Hello, everybody, and welcome to race number 8 of the Wednesday Night Dash series. Tonight, we are in Auto Club for the FR Racing's Garage Talk 120. Wrapping up here with the practice session with Lane Snow currently on top. And your points leader, Dawson Buchanan, in second. As that gets finished up here and we get set to begin quali, bit of a delayed start to the stream here because couldn't get ATVO working for some reason, but we got it now. So after a week off, we get ready for the next race. There's the 68 of Chris Fuge out there starting his quali. So while we're getting set to begin quali, let's take a look at your driver standings as we head into race number 8 of the season. Well, first off, so Garrett Jernigan's win at Martinsville was the second time this season we had a first-time winner. The first time it happened was Eric Mattingly at Daytona. And here in the point standings, Dawson Buchanan with a pretty big lead over Colton Gardner. But Colton only has a 16-point lead over third place, and then Nick Warboy and Hunter Hughes are tied for third with Garrett Jernigan, only 8 points behind with 3 races to go. Then in the team standings, the team battle is only separated by 5 points, with 475 points for JM Motorsports and 470 for SMR. That's how your standings shake up before tonight's race, with John Miles setting the quickest lap here in quali with his first lap. Now DJ Fluck goes to the top. Lucas Punarelli now taking the top spot. Here's Dawson Buchanan. Looks like he might have gotten into the wall there a little bit. Yeah, he's slowing down. So Buchanan unable to get that second lap in. Little uncharacteristic of him. Also tonight, Eric Mattingly, who did not quali, will be serving an EOL, so starting from the end of the grid, for an incident that he caused 2 weeks ago at Martinsville with Dawson Buchanan, Hunter Hughes, and Colton Gardner after trying to turn around from a spin. And another piece of news for tonight is Dylan Behrens is returning for the final 3 races of the season. Currently,
Mattingly, I have to
quality
wait till the race
12th.
session starts to give you the end of the.
Mute that. Finally, I bounded a button to mute it. At least before I never had one, and I had to go back in and do it, but makes it a lot easier now. So just a minute left here in qualifying.
The end of the.
Over this week's the schedule for season 12 was released. Season 12 will be in the trucks, including Lime Rock Park in week. Oh, wait a minute. I have the wrong schedule here. Give me 1 second. There we go. There's the season 12 schedule, including Lime Rock Park, week 6, or race 6 of the season, as the only road course race. Season set to begin April 23rd, so a little over a month away from that. We're taking registration on a waitlist basis due to the league filling up. So if any drivers drop out, we will invite replacements on by registered date basis. And new for season 12, we will be piloting bringing cautions and eliminating the stage break. So 5 of the 10 races will feature cautions. As we see how the newer format goes. And that's because of the evolving size and skill of the series. And the remaining ovals that will follow the stage break rules, except for Lime Rock Park, where there will be no full course yellows, is Talladega, Bristol, Michigan, and Darlington. Or those are the caution races. Talladega, Bristol, Michigan, and Darlington. And Indianapolis Raceway Park. So let's take a look here at our starting lineup for tonight's race. The pace car gets going off. Jax Malin will be starting the field up front. In the number 9, Hunter Hughes second, Garrett Jernigan third, Christopher Fusion fourth, Lucas Ponarelli fifth, Colton Gardner sixth, John Miles 7, Jeremiah Lockwood 8, Eric Richardson 9, Jeremy Clemens 10, Dylan Barons in 11, JP Jones 12, DJ Fluck 13, Trevor Harmstead 14, Dawson Buchanan 15, Nicholas Woolboy 16, Lane Snow 17, Bill Muffeld 18, and Eric Mattingly rounding out the field in 19th for tonight. And one last thing. We are in Fontana, California. Track opened in 1997. 2 miles long. We got a 60-lap race tonight with stage break at lap 25. So Jax Malin will be leading our field to green. Colton Gardner looking to chip away at that championship standings lead of Dawson Buchanan's. He's starting 6th. Buchanan is starting. Whoa, what just happened? Back in like 15th. As Hunter Hughes takes an early lead there around the outside of Jax Malin. 3 wide, a little bit farther back, with a couple of cars there. In contact with Colton Gardner. No, sorry, that's Chris Fuge. Just a little bit of rubbing back there. Hunter Hughes will lead lap number 1. Jax Malin right behind your pole sitter, trying to take the lead back. Looks like we got some more 3 wide racing. Back here, there's the 13 of Eric Richardson. one of Dylan Barron's go to the inside of Jeremy Clemens. He's in the 76. Behind them, there's Nicholas Warboy in a blue 27 car. Looks like a 20. No, 21 is JP Jones. 27 is the Bass Pro Shops. The Kiss My Bass. That is JP Jones. Up front, we got Christopher Fuge and Colton Gardner trying to battle it out. And here comes the 32 of Garrett Jernigan. He's looking to go to the inside of Puntarelli. Chris Fuge holds out in third. Colton Gardner drops his spot back to fifth, but he's side by side with Jernigan. However, stuck on the outside. Dawson Buchanan dropping all the way back to last here. You would think it's... No, he's got damage. I think. Let's take a look here, see if anything happened to him. Maybe not. Could just be tire saving. A lot. Or maybe just trying to stay out of trouble here. As there's a car into the walls, 23. That's Eric Mattingly. Here we got 3, almost 4 wide. This is for 8th or 9th right here. Hard to tell with all these cars. As there we got a wreck. That is Trevor Harms. No, Eric Richardson involved in that. Looks like he just came down there into Dylan Barron's. Doesn't seem like too much damage coming out of that though. So there we get a little bit of contact here in the back of the field. Got a battle for second going on now once again with Jax Malin and Christopher Fuge. Hunter Hughes still with the race lead. Jernigan looking at the inside of Chris Fuge here for third. Gonna tuck him behind him though. Jax Malin goes way up the racetrack. A little bit into the wall there. Jax Malin now right on the bumper of Hunter Hughes in the 18 car. Trying to put the pressure on with 15 to go in the stage. Out of the inside goes Jack Smaley. He's going to have to tuck back behind Hunter Hughes, though. In the back, we got Colton Gardner, I believe. He's dropped back to 11th. Looking to make up some spots here. Getting under the inside of the 21 car, JP Jones, getting a spot back there. Jack Smaley looking back to the inside. Once again, he's just going to have to tuck right in behind Hunter Hughes. And that's going to allow Christopher Fuge also to get right in the mix here. It's now our top four, only separated by about half a second. Christopher Fuge and Garrett Jernigan right there with him. Dawson Buchanan still back in 18th. Colton Gardner needs to take advantage of this if he wants any chance at catching up for the championship, as he currently sits back in 10th. Ten to go in the stage. Hunter Hughes up high. Jack Smaley looking to the inside. He's looked at the inside a couple of times now. Hasn't been able to really get anything going out of it. That is going to let Christopher Fuge now get right to the bumper of the number 9. Hunter Hughes, about half a second gap now. These top 4 with about 2 seconds to the rest of the field behind them. Chris Fuge, a little bit of contact there with the wall. We do have a battle going on behind them. Colton Gardner able to make his way back up to 6th now, finally. After dropping to about 11th with 7 to go in the stage. We'll take another look here with 2 races to go after tonight at the driver's standings. It is an almost 40-point lead for Dawson Buchanan, but that could swing almost 20 points today if Colton Gardner has himself a good finish and Dawson Buchanan cannot get things figured out by the end of tonight's race. Here we got Lucas Punarelli to the inside of Bill Muffeld. That is for 9th. So Hunter Hughes has been able to get out to a 2nd gap over Jax Malin. With 3 laps to go in the first stage. The rest of this pack behind our P2 to 4 has caught up by about a second. We'll see if they're able to keep that going here for the next 2 laps. This down to about 9/10 of a second as here comes Jernigan to the inside of Jax Malin. That is for 2nd right there. As Jernigan is able to clear, but here comes Jax Malin with a run. Now he's going to tuck in right behind him. Blinks out there for a second. Now he's back in. But Jernigan, looked like he was going to be able to keep it. A little bit of a wobble there off the exit of the corner. And here comes Jax Malin looking back to the inside with 1 lap to go in the stage. We got this battle here for 2nd, and then we also got a battle in the back with Colton Gardner and Nicholas Warboy for 5th. Looks like Jernigan able to clear now. It's Christopher Fuge also now looking at the inside of the number 9, but looks like Jernigan's going to finish this stage in 2nd. Hunter Hughes able to make the pass and clear Nicholas Warboy for 5th in the stage. So Hunter Hughes, your stage 1 winner. Picks up a point there. Important point to solidify himself in the third position over Nicholas Warboy, who finished 6th in the stage. So as we catch the pace car here, we'll get ready for our round of pit stops. And today's race is sponsored by FR Racing's Garage Talk. Join Wednesday Night Dash drivers Eric Richardson and DJ Fluck as they bring you the week in real and simulated motorsports. On this week's episode, DJ recaps his trip to Phoenix Raceway for the NASCAR Cup Series, finally getting his kid a chance to meet Kyle Larson, along with the hilarious interaction between Kyle and DJ's kid. They also discussed the new iRacing releases, including the ARCA Car Portland International Raceway, and possibly a new series coming to Stadium Scene TV. So download FR Racing's Garage Talk on Spotify or wherever you download your favorite podcasts, or tune in after the race. All new episodes released on Friday mornings, with the replays airing Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, right here on Stadium Scene TV. Over a pit lane cam here. Oh, that was Jax Malin overshot his box. I believe Colin Garner did as well. There in the back, that's going to probably cost them both some spots. Going to cost Jax Malin a ton of spots, and that was Eric Richardson, actually, not Colton Garner. I believe it was Eric Richardson. So Hunter Hughes able to come out in front after winning the stage. Dawson Buchanan jumps up 6 spots to 13th. Colton Garner jumps up 2 up to 3rd. That was because of Jax Malin in the number 9. He drops from 2nd all the way to 15th. He way overshot his box. Definitely a pit stop to forget for him. Finished the stage in 3rd. Jernigan was 2nd, I believe. So Hunter Hughes will remain your race leader. And will lead the field to green. To begin stage number 2, which is going to be 32 laps to go. Just around the midway point of tonight's race. The pace car pulls off. That is the wrong camera, sorry. And Hunter Hughes will take the green flag. Colton Gardner with a good jump there to the outside. or the inside of Garrett Jernigan. He picks up a spot. As we're 3-4 wide here in the back of the pack. But Hunter Hughes pulls out to the race lead. Buchanan up to 10th after restarting 14th. We're starting to get single file. Here near the middle to back of the pack. A lot of 2 and 3 wide action. It's Dawson Buchanan in the 4. He's going 3 wide. Looking to keep making up some spots. He's up to 8th now. And on the inside looking for more. Lucas Ponarelli in the 85, also looking to the inside. See, we're 4 wide. On the backstretch now at a 3 wide, coming into turn number 3. Jeremiah Lockwood able to make a move there on Colton Garner and clear for 3rd. And now here comes Eric Mattingly trying to make a move. There goes Dawson Buchanan looking to the high side. Comes all the way from down low. Trying to make this high side work now. Now Dawson Buchanan up to 5th. His best position of the night. As we got wrecking behind. That was the 5, I believe, of Lane Snow. He's dropping way to the back. Take a look at that in a second here. Is Dawson Buchanan now back up front, up to 3rd. But let's take a look at this wreck that we just had. Lane Snow into the pits. It looks like it was Lane Snow and possibly Jax Malin involved. Yes, it was. Jax Malin comes down into Lane Snow, hard into the wall for both. They almost collect some other cars. Then Lane Snow also really hard there into the inside wall. Big damage to both of those machines. As Dawson Buchanan continues to knife his way through this field all the way up to, well, still in 5th. after restarting in 14th. Finished the stage, I think, in 18th. And now he's up to 5th in a matter of 7 or 8 laps. Able to clear Colton Gardner there now for 3rd is Dawson Buchanan. Just over 20 laps to go in the stage. Buchanan up high, looking for a move on Jeremiah Lockwood. Buchanan back to the inside, 3 wide for the lead. Contact with Hughes and Lockwood. That's going to allow Dawson Buchanan to clear for the race lead for the first time tonight. Hunter Hughes looking back to the inside. Oh, Buchanan into the wall. That's going to let Hunter Hughes clear back for the race lead. Lockwood to the inside. He's back to 2nd now. As they're side by side into turn number 3. Buchanan up high. Lockwood down low. Here comes Colton Gardner as well. Buchanan looking back to the outside. So he made this move the first time. Buchanan clears for 2nd, really running the high line. Able to clear again for that 2nd spot over Jeremiah Lockwood. Right to the bumper, the 18, less than 20 laps to go. Buchanan on the high side. Hughes has got the lead for now. Big run out of the corner here for Dawson Buchanan. He comes back to the race. Let me make contact. Buchanan leads onto the inside of Hunter Hughes. He'll clear all the way to the wall. Here comes Hunter Hughes. He's got a run. He goes back to the inside. And now Hughes back to the lead. Buchanan into the wall. He's going to let Lockwood get back around him for third. And here comes Colton Gardner and Lucas Punarelli. They're 3 wide. Punarelli's going to tuck in there behind Dawson Buchanan. But Colton Gardner currently holding that 3rd spot. Buchanan's going to get a run here out of the corner, though, and probably take that away up high. He does. Colton Gardner now to the high side, and Buchanan goes down low. Too wide for the race lead. Contact with Hughes and Jeremiah Lockwood. They're side by side, 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Dawson Buchanan back to the inside. Side by side, Buchanan and Hughes into turn 3. Hughes has the edge, or Buchanan has the edge, but here comes Hunter Hughes. Across the line, 15 laps to go. Hunter Hughes back to the lead. Hughes in the lead. Here comes Buchanan. He'll go to the inside. Now Buchanan will clear. And now Hughes comes back to the inside. And he'll go back to the race lead. Some really good racing here from Auto Club with coming up on 13 to go. This next time by, Hunter Hughes leads by about half a car length. Big run here for Buchanan. Hughes blocks him. But Buchanan is able to get around. Big run for Hughes. A little bit of contact there on the bumper of Dawson Buchanan. Jeremiah Lockwood in 3rd. He's on the inside of Hughes into turn number 1. Lockwood's going to tuck in behind Hughes. Colton Gardner back in 4th. Hughes into the wall. Big loose off the corner for Jeremiah Lockwood. He saves it, though. And he'll stay ahead of Colton Gardner, who's going to look to the outside. It's Gardner to the outside of Lockwood. And that's for the final step on the podium for 3rd right there. But Lockwood's able to clear. Bit of a run here for Colton Gardner. He's not going to take it. Or no, he looks like he will take it. But not able to do anything with it. Hunter Hughes not done trying to battle here for this race win. He locks onto the bumper of the number 4. And here comes Hughes at the inside. Side by side on the backstretch. Buchanan with a nose. Hughes will clear. He's going to throw a block. Smart move there to be able to keep the lead. He'll throw another block as as Buchanan tries to go high. Now Buchanan to the inside. Back at a turn 1, just 10 laps to go. Hughes has the lead into 3. Buchanan on the inside. He's going to clear. Big run here for Hunter Hughes. He goes back to the inside. And I believe that's Hunter Hughes who leads across the line with 9 laps to go. And with these two battling, Colton Gardner and Jeremiah Lockwood have now caught right back up to him. 2/10 separates Hunter Hughes in first and Colton Gardner in fourth. With 8 to go, Hunter Hughes leads. Lockwood looking to the inside of Buchanan for second. But he's going to have to tuck in behind him. Goes back to the inside. Into turn 3. He'll nudge ahead. But Buchanan with a much better run there. Out of the corner. Lockwood able to slot himself back in. Here comes Colton Gardner to the inside. 3 wide here for second. Looks like Buchanan's going to have it. Colton Gardner trying to take away that third spot and get up here into the mix for the race win. Gardner drops back by a couple of car lengths here from these top 3. Buchanan looking to the high side. Looks like he had a good run there and he scraped the wall. Could have just been net code though on my end. As they're side by side. Hunter Hughes with the lead. Here comes Dawson Buchanan. Side by side across the line with 5 laps to go. Buchanan nudges ahead by about half a car length. But here comes Hunter Hughes looking for a run. So now Buchanan leads across the line. 4 laps to go. Jeremiah Lockwood has fallen about a second back. Colton Gardner half a second back. He would love to see these two guys ahead of him start battling here. Hughes with about a car length, maybe half a car length to Buchanan. Coming up on 3 laps to go this time by. Does Hughes have enough to steal the win? Buchanan's lead increasing little by little here. But now Hunter Hughes able to close that gap back up. He's going to have to be a little closer than that to try and make a move. As we got 2 laps to go. Use the inside, Buchanan able to clear. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Dawson Buchanan with the lead. Hunter Hughes right behind in second. Doesn't look like Hughes is quite going to have enough. As we head into turn number 3 for the final time. It's going to take a miracle at this point for Hunter Hughes. Tries to get to the bumper. Can't quite get there. As Dawson Buchanan, from last to first, will win at Auto Club. Hunter Hughes in second. Colton Gardner finishing in third. Jeremiah Lockwood coming across the line in fourth. And Garrett Jernigan in a 32 will round out your top 5 for tonight. Great action tonight for those last 15 or so laps. Very fun to watch. As we will wait for these 3 to come join us. As here are your results for tonight. Dawson Buchanan coming away with the win. Hunter Hughes in second. Colton Gardner, the final step of your podium, in third. Jeremiah Lockwood, fourth. Garrett Jernigan, fifth. Nicholas Warboy, sixth. John Miles, 7. Lucas Punarelli, 8. Trevor Harmson, 9. Dylan Behrens rounding out your top 10. In 11th was Jeremy Clemens. DJ Fluck in 12. Christopher Fuge, 13. Eric Mattingly, 14. JP Jones, 15. Bill Muffeld, 16. Eric Richardson, 17. Jax Malin, 18. And Lane Snow in 19th. We'll wait here for our top 3 to come join us in the broadcast booth. As there's our race winner, Dawson Buchanan. Dawson, what a race tonight. Great battle there in those last 15, 20 laps between you, Hunter, and Colton. And Jeremiah there for a while. Kind of just take us through that final stage. Ended stage 1, I think in last or second to last. Restarted 14th or so. Kind of just walk us through that.
Yeah, so at the start of the race, I think there's either I missed time to restart or there was a little checkup, and I ended up destroying whoever was in front of me, and then I got hit from behind, so I was just limping at home that whole first stage, and then second stage rolled around and came down, got tires, used the fast repair, and it was it was a movie from there. I don't even know what happened. I somehow got up front, this 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide at one point. It was crazy, but we ended up front there, and then that whole run between me, Hunter, and Colton and Jeremiah was a ton of fun. I mean, that's probably the most fun that I've had in this league by far. We were all throwing sliders, and it was pretty clean too. It was a ton of fun. But this Jam Motorsports Dr. Pepper Chevrolet here was pretty fast, and it's definitely a good win for us.
All right, Dawson, congrats on the win, and thanks for the interview.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And good luck next week. All right, and then Hunter Hughes coming away in second tonight. Hunter, take us through your view from those final 15 or so laps there, the battle with Dawson and Colton for the race win.
I mean, it was just a good fight all around, but I'm pretty sure Dawson's just a robot. I don't think he's a real person because saying that he started basically last to start that second stage and was able to compete all the way to the end with seemingly like similar tire fall off. I don't know. There's something underneath of that hood, but yeah, it was really fun. I played the first stage. It was nice being up front because I could really just back down the corners and save my tires, and then kind of play to whatever is going on behind me. And going into the final stage, I was kind of having that same strategy, especially with my teammate behind me. We were just kind of chilling out for that beginning part, but the second stage was way more aggressive than the first one was. Um, Got to give a shout out to Jeremiah. Um, Ran up front all day. It was good drive by him, but yeah, we got into each other a couple of times, but yeah, and just throwing haymakers with me and Dawson all the way at the end, and I just didn't have quite enough at the very end. I tried to throw it in super hard, but Dawson probably saw that coming and he was able to block it off. But yeah, a P2 is always nice, and we'll get him next week.
And then, is there anything you think you could have done differently there at the end to come away with the win tonight?
I mean, maybe just saving my tires more in the beginning of the stage. I mean, I could have been more aggressive towards Dawson and blocked him a lot more than I did, but that could have resulted in us getting wrecked. So it's always better to take the cleaner option than the more aggressive option. But yeah,
Well, congrats again on the podium.
thank you.
All right, and then Colton Gardner, finishing on the final step of the podium tonight. Colton, um, started. I think he started sixth, fell back a little there at the end of stage one. Made your way back up to like around fifth to finish, and then made up some spots in the pit stop, take us through like the end of stage one there. And
First and oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to say happy birthday to my mom. I hate I couldn't get it done tonight, but at least I'm able to be here to tell you happy birthday on here. Um, and as far as stage one, that was pretty much by design. I wanted to take it easy in the beginning and get a read on how everybody was racing, and at the same time take care of my tires that first run. Probably a little too much if I had to redo it, but um yeah, it was mainly by design, and tried to work my way back up there at the before the stage end because it's such a short stage. I knew I could maybe test a little bit.
Yeah, and then from there, I think you jumped a few spots on the pit stop. Basically, held it there until the end with that battle between Hunter and Dawson. Just anything else you gotta say about that?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun being able to battle all of them, and Dawson driving through the field was pretty neat to see. Racing that 7, that was infuriating in the moment, but it was a lot of fun, and I wouldn't have it any other way. We're all here to have fun, and uh, good job to Hunter. He led a lot of laps tonight, and he came away with second. I tried to get him there at the line, but you just couldn't get a bite up off the corner to save your life at the end of the run because the tires were so hot and everything. But all in all, it was a fun race.
All right, Colton. Thank you and congrats on the podium tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you for what you do.
All right, so there was your podium for tonight. Make sure to tune in next week from it's the wrong schedule. There we go. Tune in next week from Atlanta Motor Speedway for the second and last race of the season. Should be a good one. And also, don't forget to tune in to the Indy Racing World Series Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. And we will see you next week.